Hey there, you filthy animals. Mr. Dirty back with another episode of the GTM show. And today, here we go. Finally, after a 4-day search, we finally found a McDonald's with a working ice cream machine. And this was 30 minutes, right on the heels of us being told from two other locations that the ice cream machine was broken. The other one, they didn't have any ice cream at all. But boom, here we go. Finally, we've got the Stroopwafel McFlurry. This is going to wrap up our international menu, the worldwide favorites thing that's going on at McDonald's right now. The past 3 episodes, we've already covered the chicken sandwich, the McExtreme cheeseburger, and we also checked out those cheesy fries. But before we get into the Stroopwafel McFlurry, I'm pretty sure that most of my audience here knows what a Stroopwafel is. I reviewed Stroopwafels on the channel before. A lot of you know that my favorite company that makes them is Daleman's. They're the ones that make the vanilla bourbon ones. They also make a chocolate one and a honey one. They're pretty available everywhere. I'd say like around here, you can get them at Publix. You can also pick them up at Target. I've seen doubles and single packs sold at Walgreens and Dollar General. These guys right here, like I say, I used to get them by the 2-packs, like $1.50 something at Walgreens. I have these things for like every morning for breakfast. And I started finding them in these 10-packs. You can also get these, I think the supermarket's called Fresh Food, something like that. It's like a high-end grocery store that usually deals in gourmet goods. And they carry all the flavors of these. So here you go right here. Here's a Stroopwafel. This is how big it is. You can see compared to the size of my hand how big it is. It's like a coaster. And it's made generally, it's like 2 paper-thin waffles that have usually caramel or something sandwiched in between. On the front of the box here, you can actually see where they've like removed a piece of it, so you can see the caramel spilling out. And they also depict it on a hot cup of coffee, which would warm it up, melt the caramel. I've tried that before. I still prefer mine cold, but yeah. There's caramel in there. Usually you can rip off a piece and you can see like the stretchy strings of it. Yeah, look at that. Like I said, I love these things. They're probably like in my top 5, maybe even top 3 favorite snacks of all time, Stroopwafels. So I found out that McDonald's was having the Stroopwafel McFlurry. I was all on board with that. It was the only product from this worldwide favorites menu that I was interested in. And turns out it's the only one that we couldn't get our hands on readily until now. So here we go, McDonald's Stroopwafel McFlurry, and boom shakalaka, there you go. That's what you get. Now you see like crumbles of the Stroopwafel on top. We got this big wonky spoon thing going on here. Is that actually double as a straw too? It looks like it could. But yeah, looks like vanilla ice cream, which also makes me just wonder, like, how is a McDonald's out of vanilla ice cream? Who knows? Needless to say, though, finally got our hands on it. So I've been looking forward to this for a while, so I'm ready to get down with it already. The price on this was $3 and change. I think at the window it was like $3.50 or something like that with tax for me here in South Florida. Got a bunch of it on the hook already, so here we go, down the hatch with the worldwide favorites, McDonald's Stroopwafel McFlurry. And this is from where? Denmark, Netherlands? Who cares at this point? Here we go. All right, first bite in, and I got a lot of the Stroopwafel on the intake there, but the dominating flavor was the vanilla ice cream all up front. As that melts away and you swallow that, you're left with a mouthful of the Stroopwafel bits and pieces. And they really finally crumbled it down to like crushed nuts that you would put on ice cream. It's about that grit. And at first I'm like, what the hell is this? Because it was very crunchy, very crumbly. It was almost like granola. But as you start to chew it up, you realize, oh, the Stroopwafel is now frozen. So for someone like me that's a Stroopwafel connoisseur, I'm not used to having them frozen. They're usually room temperature or heated up. But as the warmness of your mouth starts to defrost it, it starts to get more chewy. You get more of the Stroopwafel flavor. You get that caramel, the chewiness of that. It breaks down very nice. And the flavor of the Stroopwafel and that caramel, I would be hard-pressed to say that they're not using either Daleman's or Belgian Boys. Now, on my Stroopwafel excursions, I've come across some pretty bad ones, and these ain't it. This is actually a pretty good Stroopwafel that they're using here. As I mix it up here, it looks like most of the Stroopwafel was across the top, not so much mixed throughout like the picture shows. So as you get deeper through this, you get less and less of that Stroopwafel flavor and more of the vanilla. You can mix it up, but that just dilutes it further. I believe the promo shot also showed like a caramel syrup that was supposed to be there, and that was absent from the get-go. They definitely need to step up the Stroopwafel game on this. It needs to be mixed throughout, not just dumped on top lazily like we saw here. It definitely needed the caramel syrup to step up that. Overall, all we have here really is a vanilla shake, vanilla ice cream with a bit of toppings on the top that's, for the most part, indistinguishable as a Stroopwafel except for an aftertaste. So there's only 5 points to our rating system on here. First off, I'm going to have to take a point away right up for availability of this product. McDonald's notorious for never having working ice cream machines, or just straight up employees that are too lazy to deal with the ice cream because they don't want to clean the machine afterwards. And from talking with the employees of McDonald's and former employees of McDonald's, that seems to be the case in a lot of locations. Second of all, this was supposed to be something exciting, worldwide favorites menu. And I think this is quite lackluster. They could have done a lot better than this. I'm incredibly disappointed in the overall flavor. Also, the $3 price tag for what appears to be a small, and believe it or not, there's a snack version of this on sale for $2 and change. And God knows what size that is. Maybe it comes in a thimble. Who knows? Overall, this is edible, but it falls short of what they promoted it to be. I don't see myself ever picking this up again. I'm going to give this a low 3 out of 5. All right, so there you have it. The Stroopwafel McFlurry, new to McDonald's on their worldwide favorites menu. If that's something that looks like it might interest you, good luck finding it. I'm Mr. Dirty. This is the GTM show. Don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @TheRealMrDirty. As always, get out of here. Go have a rotten day.